Hi guys, so for the purpose of this video I'm going to talk to you guys in English because it's for school requirements, not necessarily for my classroom requirements, so I can just do this video in English. So I just had a staff meeting with the Infinity teachers and administration, meaning the principal and assistant principal, and we were told that you would be sent some sort of form, or we would get some sort of information from those who don't have access to computers. If you're just using your phone and you would like a computer, we're going to try to provide computers for you, but not sure when that would be because it's through CPS, so not even sure. Anyway, the other thing that we were discussing was the fact that some of you think that because the stuff will not be graded right away, that you think you don't have to do it. Well, that is not the case. What is going to happen with the assignments that you do not do, they're going to be marked as incomplete. That is how we will be putting them in an Aspen. So you will have all these incompletes and from each class, and then what is going to happen is when we go back to school, you're going to have to make those assignments up. And if you don't make those assignments up, that is when they're going to count against you as a missing assignment, and that's going to affect your grade. So please don't have the misconception that you don't have to do any of the work that we're providing for you online. You do still have to do it. And the longer you take to actually get started, the more work that you're going to have. Right now, I mean, you don't really have anything else to do besides maybe some of you are playing video games constantly, or some of you are watching YouTube tutorials constantly, or some of you are trying to create TikToks that are super funny, but they don't turn out funny. Just kidding. So maybe you're doing all these other things that have to do with social media or the internet or TV or whatever, but you should also be keeping on your tasks with assignments, because eventually you're gonna have to take control of that. And if you don't, then that's going to affect your grade in the long run. Not right now, but if you have all these incompletes and then you don't turn them in when we get back to school, then you're going to have to make all these assignments up, plus do the work that we're doing at school at the moment. So don't think this is a free-for-all, that you don't have to do anything. Those of you that have been keeping on task, thank you so much for doing that. Some of you are timely, and it's great. Some of you turn assignments in ahead of time. Some of you are turning in on time. Others are turning it in kind of late. Try to turn the assignments in as soon as you can, not like 3 days later or 4 days later. But to the ones that are turning the assignments in, thank you so much. I'm trying to grade, but it's also taking forever. So if I don't return your assignments right away, don't worry about it. I am inputting the grades for the assignments that you do. Please follow instructions. Read the instructions. Some of you had to go back and fix things because you didn't read instructions in the very beginning. That's okay. However, please try to read the instructions so you don't have to do that. What else was I going to say? I think those are the only two things that were really like pertinent to you guys. Also, what I would like to say is, if you have your friends' phone numbers, please make sure you message them, text them, Snapchat them, whatever it is, to tell them that they need to get their stuff done. Some kids are just not doing anything. They're not checking their school email. They're not checking Google Classroom. And so they think that they're not responsible for any of that. Well, there will be some phone calls home. So we're trying to do everything as possible as we can do to make things easier for you guys, but it's also, you're going to make things harder for you guys if you don't start any of the assignments. We're going to try to also have hard copies, like paper copies of the assignments, for those of you who don't have a printer available or can't do things on the computer or whatever it is. So don't worry about that either. What else? If you have questions, I've already told you several times, please email us, please contact us. Let us know that you have these questions about certain assignments or about certain class or about like doubts that you have. Please make sure you're doing that. And then the other thing is that for the meets, for the Zoom, I'm going to request that those of you that actually want to do Zoom, which is actually a lot easier, that you have your parents fill out a sheet that gives me permission to meet with you guys in that way, because if you don't, then we can't meet. It's CPS rules, so make sure that you're doing that. And then I will send out a paper if you can't print it for whatever reason. Jordan, I'm trying to do video, please. Then you can handwrite it on a paper and have your mom or dad sign it, and then take a picture of it and upload it so that I have that permission that we can actually meet that way. If not, then we can also do Google Meets, but that one's not as user-friendly. It's not as fun. Excuse me. I don't know what else to say. I think that was all that I had to say as far as like what the meeting that we had today. Please make sure that you're also trying to exercise. Remember, at least 30 minutes a day, trying to walk, trying to run, trying to have some sort of cardio, not just sitting there lying down constantly. Yoga helps a lot. There's tons of videos of yoga videos. There's tons of exercise videos on YouTube. Also, eat healthy. Try to eat healthy as much as possible, not just all these like Takis and Cheetos and whatever else that you love. Don't go out. I know some people think that whatever, if I just go out and I stay away from people, I'm gonna be okay, but try to stay in your house as much as possible, unless it's like in your yard. If you have a yard, then that's fine. But we don't know how long this is going to last, so try to stay as healthy as possible. Some of you that don't sleep enough, you remember your immune system is compromised, so try to sleep during this time. You have plenty of time to sleep. I think that's it for now. I'm going to try to upload your new assignment onto Google Classroom. It is going to be that video I was telling you guys about with the questions provided as well that you're going to have to answer. So as you're watching the video, you can be pausing it and answering the questions either by hand, or you can type the information if you want. It doesn't matter to me as long as you're doing it, and then you can submit it. If you're handwriting your answers, which is fine, then you can just take a picture of it and then upload it to Google Classroom. All right, if there's any questions, please, please, please email me. I'll talk to you later then. Bye.